Okay, dear friends, welcome back to the series of Vulnhub. The virtual machine would be WTF1. I will add the link into the description section below so that you can download it. Before we begin today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate your help and support. And also leave a like below because this will help me on the robots, the YouTube robots algorithm. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get started. To save time, I have already imported the virtual machine into the VMware workstation. So now we can go inside the Linux VM. As you can see, I have already identified the IP address of the virtual machine as 10.1.1.207, and then I did the nmap scanning with options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and the comprehensive scan as usual. And from the nmap scanning results, as you can see, the two open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service, and also the actual version information. As we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. And the next one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the actual version information, which is Apache 2. So what we are going to do next is to do emulation for the 80 port. Now let's open up our browser, and let's put the IP address of the target into the Kali Linux. But there is just question mark, and also you can check the source code, nothing there. And also we can check whether this site has a robots file, not found. And then we can use the Licto to do some emulation. You know, the Licto is very powerful tool. I think this is one of my favorite tool when I do the web application emulation. But I think in this case, in this virtual machine, we cannot get any useful information from Licto, and then we can use the GoBuster to do some emulation. And let's put the IP address of the target and the word list. You know, this word list is always my first word list. Sorry, not a WX extension option. Okay, let's hit enter. Yeah, although the GoBuster has identified the JavaScript, but when you access this directory, you will set it will say it's forbidden. Anyway, we cannot get any expected result from this directory. So I think for the GoBuster, I think for this moment we cannot get any more useful information. So please, my guys, please remember we cannot always use one single word list. We need to use different word list as much as possible. And for this case, I'd to use the sec list and discovery and the raft large directory. Let's hit enter. Let's see whether we can find some useful directories or files. So we just wait for this to be completed. It will not take so long. As you can see from the progress status, yeah, it's almost done. Yeah, at the bottom you can see the GoBuster used this word list, the raft word list has identified this directory. We can copy this directory and put it in here. Let's hit enter. But from the browser, at the bottom, the browser is trying to connect to this IP address. Of course, this IP address is not existent at all. So we just wait for this to be loaded up. And to see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, it's looking up this IP address. So I think inside the source code of this page, there should be some links which will be connected to this IP address. But of course, I configured this virtual machine as host only, and the IP address is different from this one. You know, our IP address is 10.11.207. So, yeah, we just wait and wait. Maybe also we can use the browser. We can use the Q command to retrieve the content, zhkh, right? Let's hit enter. As you can see, it's different from the browser. It immediately retrieve the content of this page because this will not make furthermore collection to the outside of this page. As you can see, so from here we can know, the WordPress content. So I think this site is running. Yeah, as you can see, this is a very default or standard WordPress installation directories. So we can go back. Yeah, as you can see, it's loaded, but of course, this page cannot be loaded fully or completely. It's okay. And then we need to use the WordPress again. And the option is U and P. But please remember, we don't want the WordPress game to make automatic redirection. So we need to put this option. I think I have already mentioned in the other videos. If you can check other videos, I think it should be around here. Yeah, this false option. Do not check if the target is running WordPress. And this one, ignore main redirect. And we can put here and then false. Let's hit enter. If you don't put these two options, I think, and to run the WordPress again, it will be timeout, or it will be giving you some errors. So now the WordPress scan 2 is enumerating users. Okay, the user admin. Of course, after we can identify the username, normally we can crack the password for this user, right? Wordlist log Q. Use this command to crack the password with the user admin. But I can tell you, we cannot crack or retrieve the password for this user. And to save time, I will not do that here. And so I think now we need to enumerate the plugins to see whether we can find some vulnerable plugins. So yeah, this one, plugin detection, and we can make a copy here, and the value is mixed. We want to use both aggressive and passive way to enumerate the plugins. So yeah, I think it will take a bit long time, so I will pause the video and I'll come back. Okay, it's done. Yeah, the WordPress Scan 2 has identified the plugins, and this plugin front-end display, the version is a bit outdated, and we can copy the name of this plugin to see whether there is vulnerability. Exploit, as you can see here, and the version is 2.0.5. It's exactly matches. So we can go to the exploit database. Okay, this just give us the instruction how to exploit this vulnerability. This is not exploit code. Anyway, we can run this command, but we need to prepare the evil PHP. I think we can use the very standard, the reverse shell PHP, which we can get from Pentesting Monkey. But of course, I have already downloaded before and PHP, and we need to make modifications, change IP address to Kali Linux, and also the port number I'd like to change to 555. Of course, you also can leave it as default one. And also, so here we need to get the absolute path for this file. pwd, we can make a copy, and then we can replace here, and the name is shell, and the site, I think it's this one, right? Make a copy. Okay, I think I have already configured this command. Let's run in the terminal. Oh, sorry, I think I forget to put the WTF. This time should be alright. Okay, it's done, and then we can set up the listener by running netcat, and then we can navigate to uploads. Should be this one, as you can see from the, we need to navigate to the UI gene. Okay, and it should be here. This is the shell.php. What we use the Q command to upload. Let's hit enter. As you can see, we got the reverse shell, and we can make it interactive. pty spawn and go to the home directory. There is just only one normal user. We don't need to retrieve the user flag. And then we need to do some, the next thing we need to, or the objective for us is to elevate our privilege. To do that, we need to do some enumeration. For example, check the kernel and also use the command, something like to find commands which has SUID bit. And another thing, we can go to the var directory, go to the www and HTML, and go to the hkh directory, and we can cat the WordPress configuration files. And here we got the credentials for the database collection, like database user RA. This is the same as the system user. And the password, if you use this password to log in, you will fail. But as we scroll down to the bottom, we need to pay very, very close attention to the last line. Very weird strings, right? Not useful. So it may be, probably the password for the user. We can make a copy, and then we can change or switch to the RA user. As you can see, we have already switched our shell to the user RA. And then we can run sudo. We can elevate our privilege by running pip. But how to elevate, we need to get the help from this website, WTF opens. And this is the instruction. We just simply follow the instruction or steps. For example, like the first step, we make a copy, hit enter, and then we can copy the second line and paste in here. Then the last line. Let's hit enter. As you can see from the banner, we have really become the root user or privileged user. And then we can navigate to root directory, and we can get the root flag there. Okay, well done. So that's all I'd like to go through this virtual machine. I hope you can enjoy my demonstration. See you in the next one. Bye.